read their goal out loud.
You can see everybody stopped writing.
Because if you read it out loud, you hear yourself say it, it has then been validated, and you are more likely to succeed. If you don't have, how many are CEOs of organizations, of companies? I know we've got some CEOs in here, some people that head up, that have employees. Make sure that each of them has a set of goals so they know how to behave. They know how to get ahead, how to succeed. It's really, really important. This is probably the most important thing that you will ever do. I used to have employee evaluations done on a quarterly basis, not to build up their weaknesses, but to discuss their strengths. If you're in a job you don't like, it's probably because it goes totally against your grain, your personality, what you are used to. If you are in a job where you have to do public speaking on a daily basis and you would rather have a heart attack than get up in front of a group and speak, you're in the wrong job. So you need to get put into that right job, and that's about having goals and about sharing those goals with a supervisor or a person in charge. Okay, who wants to share their goal? Sit on your hands. Here we go, okay. Tell us your name.
Reddy Bandi from This Techniques. My goal, as it has been for the last few years, is to lose weight while making more money for the business.
That's a perfect goal, but we need to add more components to that goal, and then you'll be successful. Lose weight while making more money. So how much weight do you want to lose? That has to be specific. You need to, I want to lose 10 pounds. How much money do you want to make? How are you going to do that? And that's by writing a goal. What you have there is a dream. And I have to tell you that a dream or an action or a plan without an action is a dream. An action without a plan is a nightmare. Think about that. So let's make those a little more specific and you'll be successful in that. Okay, we're going to go on from P. We're going to start with the second letter of passion. And what is that? What is the second letter in the word passion? A. A. Yay. Okay. I want to make sure everyone's listening. What does the A stand for, you think? Action is a good idea. What did you say? Attitude. Absolutely. The A stands for attitude. As an entrepreneur, you can't become disillusioned, because the moment you start becoming negative, the moment you start saying, I can't do it, you won't be able to do it. We have these tiny little things in our brain, and they talk to us all the time. Have you ever heard them talk to you? Boy, I'm so dumb, I can't do this, I can't do this. Man, she's really got big hair. You know, they're talking to you all the time. You have got to be able to be in control of those tiny little things in your head, or you're not going to succeed. We can wake up every day and we have a choice. We can be positive or we can be negative. And you have to wake up. The #1 key to success, according to Business Daily, is attitude. It is everything. So there's a story about two boys. They were twins. One of them had a really positive attitude. The other one, not so much. He was a little negative. And so they woke up on Christmas morning and they gave the negative child a horse, a pony. And the child went in and he saw this horse and he saw this whole big carousel and he looked at it and he said, is that all there is? The second twin, with the positive attitude, went into his room and he found a room filled with pony poop. And he's digging through this pony poop as fast as he can dig through it. And his parents are going in there and they're saying, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And he said, with all this poop, there must be a horse somewhere. He had that positive attitude. That's what's going to make you succeed, is that positive attitude. The S, and so what's yours like? Can you do some positive attitude adjustment? Not at 5 o'clock. But how are you going to do that? The S, the first S in passion, stands for security, and that goes to trust. In your personal relationships, The minute that you lose trust in your spouse, in your children, in your boss, you have lost passion. You will no longer ever feel passion. Once you have lost trust, once you have lost that security, the passion goes away. And in order to rekindle that passion, you have to be able to rekindle that security. When I get on an airplane, I am trusting the pilot that he's going to do a good job that day. Thus far, I feel fairly secure. I'm still walking, talking, and breathing. The minute that security goes away, though, you won't ever feel passion. If you have Chris Christie, perfect example. Everyone know who Chris Christie is?
Yeah.
Absolutely. He was on a great track, and somehow he's been derailed. How can he get that security back? How can he get the trust of his people back? In order to win or in order to go any further, that's something that he has to do. So, as an entrepreneur, as a dad, as a mom, as a fellow human being, tell the truth, only the truth, and nothing but the truth. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes those little white lies are just really easy to get you by, but they're going to bite you in the butt. So make sure if you want passion or to rekindle that passion, you have to have that security and that trust. And the second S in passion stands for success. With purpose, you got your purpose, you've got a good attitude, you've got security, and you're going to have some success. But you know what those 4 letters spell? P-A-S-S. What does that spell? Pass. Are we all happy with just a passing grade? Are we all happy just to pass? Every once in a while, yeah, that's true. But not always. You will never feel passion with only part of it. If you take away the P, you don't have any purpose, you don't have any goals, you don't have any vision or mission, but you're just happy as a lark and you've got security and success. What does that spell? Ass. A-S-S. With no purpose, that's exactly how you behave. And there are people in this world, and we can all identify with them, that are just going around life having a really good time and not having a clue. Do we want to be like that? That's your choice. If you take away the A, you have P-S-S, and that spells psst, psst, psst. Did you hear about them? Psst. It's negativity. It's just oozing negativity. If without one of the S's, it spells P-A-S, pa. Does anyone know what a pa is? It's a single ballet step. Never will you feel the entire thing with only a single step. So then let's add the rest of those words to that pass and turn it into passion. What do you think the I stands for? Say it?
Interest.
Interest, good possibility, yep.
Intellectual.
Intellectual, you've got to be fairly smart. Yeah, sometimes you don't have to, yes. Imaginative, good choice. Integrity, great choice. I'm going to use initiative, and actually many of these could work. But I'm using initiative because as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as a mom or a dad or a human being, you need to take initiative if you want to have passion. I'm going to give you an example. I went to Mexico. I wanted to study Spanish. I spent 2 weeks in an immersion course. I got up every morning and I worked with 4 different professors during the course of the day. And at the end of the day, we did 2 hours of homework, sitting with our margaritas and doing our homework. At the end of 2 weeks, I came home and I could go, El gato es negro. The cat is black. I put it together. I was pretty excited. I got home and I got busy and I never took the initiative to take the next step to success. I didn't put any more verbos on the wall to learn new verbos. I didn't do anything to help what I had started. So if you don't take the initiative, the I is missing in passion, and the word then turns into pass on. Pass on to something else if you don't take the initiative. If you've got this great idea as an entrepreneur, but you don't do anything to further it, pass on to something else. And then we have O. What do you think the O stands for? Oh my gosh, nobody has an idea. What do you think the O stands for?
Understanding.
Objective, good. Understanding, did you say?
said outstanding.
Outstanding, okay, I was gonna say understanding, we got it. We got a little spelling lesson. Outstanding is a good one.
Organized.
Optimistic, optimism, absolutely.
Organized.
Organized, you have to be organized. Ownership, you have to take ownership. But I'm going to change that today, and I'm going to say opportunity. The O stands for opportunity, and Suresh is a perfect example of opportunity. We started chatting on an airplane, and he was tenacious. He just kept talking and asking questions, and we had a great conversation. And he took the opportunity to take time to get to know this crazy old lady sitting next to him. And as a result, I'm here today, and hopefully each one of you will leave with a little bit of something that you didn't come with. Take the opportunity any chance you can get it. And that's when we go back to that word that says, sure, you can do it. And then figure out a way to do it. Opportunity. If you don't take that opportunity, if you don't buy into what you're doing and take that, you have no passion, but you have a word called pass in. The O is missing. And when people take a pass in poker, when their hand isn't good enough to play, and people take a pass in life when their life isn't good enough to play. So make sure that you take advantage of every opportunity. It may go nowhere. And buy into it. It's your job, it's your decisions, it's your choice. And the N, the final N in passion, is nurturing. The ability to nurture others, to be a mentor. Who has a mentor? Aren't they wonderful? Is anyone a mentor to someone else? Perfect. We should all be mentors, and we should have mentors. People that you can just kind of go and let it all out and be honest with and just grow from them. Being a mentor to someone, nurturing someone else, gives you a great feeling of passion. So anytime that passion is missing, anytime you're frustrated by your, I don't like what I'm doing, I really would rather do this, but I can't do that because I can't do this, and I can hear the negativity. Anytime you have that, anytime you think, I can't make this business work, I'm not making any money, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, the more you say that to your brain, the more your brain is going to believe it. It's like the little engine that could, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So that's where we have to be. And whenever things get really rough, find that mentor, find somebody that can help you. So hopefully, in your own personal life, go back home today and take a look at the spouse and the kids and the family and the dogs and the whatever's running around, and figure out, is there anything missing? And how can you rekindle that passion? Any questions? Any ideas? Comments? Because the next thing we're going to talk about is something we're not doing here. It's called communication. Communication, what is it?
New technology.
New technology. I think it's been around for a couple of years. What is communication? It's an exchange of ideas, isn't it? I've been communicating, you've been sitting there listening, you've been on the bus occasionally going someplace else, your brains can't listen that long. One thing that we have learned at FSX, when people are giving presentations, they will give a 20-minute presentation. And they are generally the CEOs of companies, and they're smart. They're way over my grade level. They know what they're talking about, especially, I'm looking at a lot of tech people here today, maybe, at least Suresh told me that, or Pasha told me that. And so you guys are really smart in my book, because I know how to turn my computer on, and that's just about it. But our ability to communicate, our ability to get a message across, is what is the most important thing when you're trying to sell yourself, sell your business, deal with people, build your business. It's all about communication. Miscommunication, communication is a sender and a receiver of a message. And when the sender sends the message and the receiver gets a different message, it's called miscommunication. And it causes 72%, according to studies that I've read, of all office conflicts is miscommunication. It causes conflicts at home too. Honey says, take out the garbage. You heard, take out something from the refrigerator, and so you're not taking out the garbage, and honey gets mad about that. We need to become better listeners as well as better communicators, as better